Labour Party.
Forward ever.
LP.
Papa, Mama, begin.
I want to specially thank every one of you, my able deputy chairman, my secretary, the woman leader, the youth leader, and each and every one of you, the Excos, the State Working Committee. You are all welcomed. This afternoon, we're going to talk about the recent happening in Labour Party. I want to especially appreciate each and every one of you, especially the Obidient family, for all that you've done and for what you're doing and for what you will continue to do. Thank you all for standing forth to see that Labour Party, being the People's Party, remains relevant in Nigeria. As you are all aware that our cases concerning the election, they are in court, and there's no doubt about it that we are going to recover our mandate back by His grace in Jesus' name.
Amen.
No matter the plans to disenfranchise our people's mandates, to stop us from recovering the mandates, I can assure you that globally, internationally, and locally, all eyes are on the judiciary.
Yes.
And we'll make sure that we'll fight for the right thing to be done. And there's no other right thing but to give us back our stolen mandates. I want to use this opportunity to appreciate at the helm of affairs at the our national chairman, that we stand by him in Lagos State fully. And then we want to use this opportunity to encourage our principal, His Excellency Peter Obi, my own president, and his able deputy, Dati Baba Ahmed Yusuf. We have no doubt that God will continue to strengthen each and every one of us.
Amen.
All the effort that the Obidient family made in coming out, or did in coming out, to make sure that the mandate and the voice of the people counts will not be in vain.
Amen.
Today, Labour Party is no longer an unknown party. Labour Party remains the main opposition and the biggest political party in Nigeria today. And as a result of that, we stand for the people. We stand for the downtrodden, so that nobody will be maligned, so that nobody will be suppressed and oppressed. And that is why the ideology behind Labour Party is to be the people's voice. When we all come together and speak in one accord, our voice will be heard. Today, by His grace, the Lagos State Working Committee have come together to put some records straight without mincing words. That, as you are all aware, there's a departure from the old order.
Yes, ma'am.
And we in Labour Party stand distinct, and we are here to make sure that the old order is removed and the new order is put in place.
Yes. Yes.
Labour Party are saying that it is not about who you know, but your competence, capability should count. If you are able to showcase what you have, you should be recognized for that. You don't need any godfather to become relevant in the society. But making yourself distinct is very important. Nobody's talent will be suppressed anymore. As we are aware, the state of Nigeria today, where probably we used to buy fuel for 8,000, most people are paying 40,000 and above to buy fuel. We are aware that a lot of businesses are not operating anymore. And then we want a Nigeria that our children will be proud of. A Nigeria that counts for you and I to live with ease. We don't want to be talking about a Nigeria that is once upon a time. We're talking of a Nigeria that everything should work perfectly. And everything stems from having good leadership at the helm of affairs. And we trust and we know that at the helm of affairs, this is the reason why His Excellency Peter Obi Gregory has received the people's mandate. And that is what we are fighting for. And in fighting for this, we also have to look inward into the within us and see how we can restructure the political parties using Labour Party as a model party for other people to emulate. As you are all aware, there's no doubt in my mind that the youths are really concerned, and that is why we have a lot of youths in Labour Party. I can tell you categorically that 70% of those in Labour Party are the youth who are the future of our tomorrow. Whatever it will take to encourage these youths and lead them aright, we will continue to do. We want to encourage them that leadership is not by killing people. Leadership is not by stealing Nigerian money. Leadership is not by enriching yourself and suppressing other people. But leadership is about being concerned about people. And that is why Labour Party knows we are aware that people matter. And because they matter, we need to do the right thing to make each and every one comfortable to live in an harmonious environment. And that is what we're trying to do. We're trying to also make sure that the youths who are the future leaders do the right thing. The youths are not frustrated that they are all running out of this country to look for greener pasture. But we believe that if the right things are done, they would embrace their own country. Because I tell you something, there's no other country that is better than your country. Because if you go abroad, you are recognized for what you have, your talents. But no matter what, most times we're looked down on as a second-class citizen. But whereas when things work in this country, everyone will be looking forward to contribute their own contribution in developing Nigeria. Where electricity, right? Like right now, they're using generators, right? Whereas this electricity issue has driven away a lot of big companies in Nigeria. We want a Nigeria that will work. We want good infrastructure, good health facility, where everybody's health and health insurance will be the order of the day, so that you and I, no matter what you have, even if you don't have money, you can go and receive health treatments at the hospital. Hospital that works, not structures that are built there without equipment, without the human resource to back it up. We're talking of a Nigeria that will work. And that is why we in Labour Party, we're out there to make sure that we will run a parallel structure in terms of making sure we take care of people within our capacity, and God helping us, will do better by His grace. As you are aware, let me go straight to the point now. As you are aware, some things have been happening in Lagos State, and there's an infiltration by people being used by the opposition. We will not rest on our oars until we get the right thing done in Labour Party. We are not going to give them that opportunity to destroy Labour Party. I'm saying it. We are not going to give them that opportunity to destroy Labour Party, because we stand for the good leadership of this country. We stand for integrity. We stand for what is right. We are the people's voices, and we will speak for the people in the right way. Please, I know that a lot of youths are depressed. A lot of youths are disillusioned. That can Nigeria be rescued? I'm here to tell you and give you that hope that Nigeria is going to be rescued.
Amen.
And this journey that we have embarked on is to rescue Nigeria. And this mission will be accomplished by the grace of God.
Amen.
I want to tell the youths not to give up. There are some programs that we have embarked on. We're training the youths in different professions, and we're doing more by the day. So whatever we can do within our own little resources, we will continue to do it to encourage the youths. I can assure you that. But what we are saying right now is that we're not going to give room for people who have no good intention, people whose intentions are evil, to distort the smooth running of Labour Party in Lagos State. They've been using different people to cause problem in Lagos State. We are now saying enough is enough. We are now saying enough is enough. It is not going to be business as usual anymore. We want to warn those detractors that they put an end to all their evil plans. Because Labour Party is a peaceful party, but we cannot open our eyes and allow them to destroy what every one of us have put in all we have in making sure that we have Nigeria rescued. I want to go to certain things that happened in some of our constituency. People have been asking me, what is going on? What is going on? I'm saying that there's nothing going on. Labour Party is still one.
Yes,
I can tell you that teeth and tongue, when they live together, sometimes they bite themselves.
yes,
But they will still continue to live together. If there are issues to be resolved, we resolve it. And in Lagos State, there is hierarchy in terms of the state working committee in place. At the end of affairs, our responsibility is to ensure that there's orderliness in Lagos State, in Labour Party. People should realize that the party is supreme. And if we're working against the party, we're not doing the right thing. Everything that we're doing should align with what Labour Party represents. Do we understand what I'm saying? And therefore, your interest should not be placed, my interest should not be placed above the party's interest. If your interest is not in tandem with what the party represents, then you are working against the party. Like I said earlier on, especially with our presidential petition and the gubernatorial one and all others, it's looking good, it's looking great. And as Labour Party members, please give your support, and I want to use this opportunity to thank our legal team. Our legal team are doing extremely well. And Lagos State, we have put people, we are identifying youths with talents, and we continue to help them to develop their talents. And therefore, because of this, we have programs we have rolled out to encourage our youths. And this will be coming up. Maybe you join me on the Twitter if you are obedient. If you are not obedient, please be part of the Obidient family, because most of these programs are for you to tap into and develop yourselves. Arabambi, for example, has been expelled.
Expelled or suspended?
Expelled. So he cannot claim to be Labour Party member or in the National Working Committee. But he keeps going around and playing a script because he's being paid to do this. It will no longer be tolerated, especially in Lagos State. He knows his paymasters. Well, Apapa is supposed to is on suspension right now, and if they repent for the ones that are on suspension and they retrace their steps, I'm sure some consideration will be given to them. But what we're saying is that we do not want any infiltration into Labour Party for people to be used to distort the smooth running of Labour Party in any states in Nigeria, and especially Lagos State.
Next question is, you made mention of youth empowerment.
Yes.
In the state. Can we get to know the number of people who voted for that, and what kind of skills actually?
Thank you. We just had the one we had about 300 youths. Can you please, is the one in charge of that?
So, This program is initiated by the state and also in partnership working with the women leader. These are massive programs that intend to empower women, to train them on various skills, various skills around how they can make money, from how Ankara making, cloth making, baking, several skills, soap making, and also around content creation, editing, and skills that can really help women to be able to contribute to their family. So these are some of the initiatives that we will be running, and we're already running. Thank you.
Thank you.
We all see how
people saw what labor represents and continue to represent, and then willingly bought into it. Yes, the intimidation, the harassment is there, but it is not deterring anyone. Because every member of Labour Party knows that the cause we are fighting for is the cause that concerns everybody in Nigeria. So, in spite of all those challenges, majority of Nigerians know that the fight, the struggle, is for the emancipation of Nigeria and Nigerians, and they are fully committed. In fact, the result of the registration is overwhelming. What we targeted, we are surpassing it on daily and weekly basis. So you see that those intimidations and harassments are not deterring people from joining Labour Party. We are going to get, of course, we are going to be the biggest party in Africa.
Can I also add this to it? The greatest mistake people did, the opposition did, is to think that violence is a way of intimidating people. But one thing they forgot is that the more you show people that they are not anything and you intimidate them, they will develop a resistance.
Yes,
and that was exactly what happened concerning NSAS, where a lot of youths felt suppressed and they came out with venom to vote against this government. My advice to the opposition is to do the right thing. Allow people to willingly work for the rights, for justice, and for the right cause. To suppress a man from his will, God does not approve of it. And Labour Party, irrespective of their suppression and intimidation, it will not work. Because people believe that we deserve better than what we are getting.
yes, ma'am.
And that is the driving force in Labour Party. Thank you.
Which is actually a 15 million worth scholarship, which is given to 300 young people in Lagos State to study some tech skills around back end, front end, and full stack. This is a course that is about 500,000.
So Labour Party Lagos State is actually sponsoring that. That program actually started last week. So some of them are 4 months, some are 6 months. And at the end of the day, they will be attached to on an intel with companies across the world, which they are going to be working. We believe these are programs that will change the life of young people and have the potential to change the life of people. There are other initiatives which we are currently working on, which is targeted across the 20 local governments in Lagos State. Now, these programs are designed to reach across board, from people with low income, women, men, young people, middle age, and also retired people. I can give you the total number we're targeting, but we're targeting it across the entire 20 local government. It is massive, it is big. For us, we want to impact people's life, and we're preparing people for the job of the future. Also, while doing that, we intend to help people who are already at the baseline, which my chairman mentioned. You are aware that a lot of companies have collapsed in Lagos State because of the bad way the economy has been handled. Now, we are going on a major drive to empower people to be able to start businesses and run it by making sure that people have skills that can earn them money no matter on a daily basis. So these are some of our programs. Thank you.
What is driving the membership? This is what is, endearing people to Labour Party. Now, our members, whether at the State House of Assembly or House of Representatives or even the Senate, they are people who came out to fight for the interests of the people. They won the elections based on the support, based on the people understanding that these are men that are going to represent them. So they will not get into the house and be carried away, lured away by inducement of any sort to work for another party. They may be there in few numbers, but by the end of the tribunals, by the time the cases at the tribunals are decided, definitely we will have more people, more elected members on the platform of Labour Party. And the manifesto of Labour Party, the policies that were there, we campaigned for and we're out to deliver to the people, we speak for Labour Party. So for anybody, any elected officer to think of, defecting to any other party, it's not there. We don't envisage it, and it is not in the interest of anybody to do that. Rather, we expect that very soon, by the time we recover our mandate, by the time our principal, gets to power, people from the established parties will begin to defect to Labour Party. Look out for it. Just watch out for it.
Yeah.
My name is Lanre Adeluga,
the Deputy
State Chairman.
Now, let me just say this. It's important for us to realize something that happened in the past election. We all know that money is not the order of the day. If you give people money, they will take your money, but they will do what they want to do. And this happened in Lagos State. And that is why we in Labour Party, for the first time since 1999, won the presidential election, because the people are desirous of this eminent change. And if people think they can suppress people, I'm telling you that is the wrongest mistake. But the good news that we are aware of is that we've kept other parties on their toes to do the right thing. And I can assure you that leadership or governance in Nigeria can never be business as usual anymore. Yes. That is as a result of what Labour Party stands for. And that people are aware that if you don't do the right thing, we will not vote for you. And that was why for the first time we saw a governor going to do shoe shiner and hairdressing. And repaired food. So it's not business as usual. I just feel for people who are trading with their future by taking money instead of doing the right thing. But I can assure you that we will not rest until we see the right things, the good leadership in this country, where people can trust you and a leader that will turn things around. That is what we are clamoring for, and that is what we will get at the end of the day. Thank you. Why we're making sure that we do our primaries to make sure that we get the best candidates that can win for Labour Party. That is the reason why we're doing by-election. And I can assure you, some people were clamoring for adoption and so on. But in the spirit of fairness, we want everybody to come and test and for us to see and screen the right candidates that can win the election for the people. As for the price of the form, we'll get back to you on that. Thank you.